I'm not going to make you listen to that. My brother wants me to fix it. The problem is I don't have a battery and I don't have money to order a battery. I've got to like get a battery mailed to me. Luckily, I knew this guy wasn't going to fix it, so I bought earplugs right away. So I got banned from TikTok probably the first time because I talked about like how like in symbology like the swastika is good luck, and like I was also saying I was Jewish, and I wasn't like being anti-Jewish at all, but I was saying like it is good luck, but like in reality like it's more like right angles like T's and crosses, and like so I started thinking about that desk and how like it has like a way of folding out. You remember how I had a plan for the desks in the library? I showed it like this, and I was talking about how like you can fold out, and then you can fold out again if you choose, and like it could be a longer desk. So I was saying like, I mean, it's almost like it's good luck, and I was thinking that probably like it should just be always folded out, and like there should be an assumption it's going to be folded out, and like you don't think you want a desk that looks like that, and then like you're like, well, maybe I do. The point I'm trying to make is that in symbology, and that's the Nazar symbol because I'm Nazarene, and that's definitely not like that's more like the clock. I mean, that's got to be terrible luck, but like that was used during like I guess World War II. Like you find like our symbols on both sides of the military because it's like the Roman Empire against the Roman Empire, and they're all like using the same symbols against each other. So you find like this like flying cross or whatever, the like Aryan cross or whatever, I don't know what it's called, but like that's like kind of like crooked, and like but wouldn't that be bad luck if good luck is like an L or a cross or a desk? Because clearly like we have a problem. This town is not going to be very straight. Like it's going to be like someone that's bad at architecture decided to build a town that's crooked, and like but they're that good that they can have good luck with doing something that's bad luck, because I think good luck is right angles. And I mean, and that's why we got to talk about the clock tower a tiny bit, but maybe we don't have to talk about it at all because people have figured it out. But like, there's something about leaning on that rock and trying to figure out the math. But I think that's like has to do with like you using lasers to figure out like if you've got it flat, like at this like grade, like you figure out the exact grade and stuff like that, like and make sure it's consistently graded. But I think that when a serious art critic comes around, they're like, "Oh my gosh, your town's crooked. Like it's not safe. Like this is dangerous. Like you don't know how to build a town. Like your windows are like all crooked. I don't know how you actually built this town." We'll just take them to the big house and be like, "Well, like we are good at architecture. Like I promise, I'm good." But the general population, we just tell them like, I built that house, and then what happened is it started to fall over. So I was like, well, maybe I can just build another house to make sure that other house doesn't fall over, because it will fall over onto the other house. Because if I have two crooked houses, they fall into each other. And the clock tower, it was my cousin, but like but like this house like is perfectly fine. Like I'm telling you, like that other house, like it's like, I mean, it holds up the falling house a little bit because we ended up having to build that house because that other one was falling out. But that one looks like it's pretty straight almost. But down here, we're good. So I just want to reiterate, like I have figured out, like that's the Santa outfit for me. Like I can't believe I have to wear white. Like I feel like it's gonna make me look fat. And no matter what, like Mrs. Claus can wear whatever she wants, but I really do like the hood. Like I think the hood is the shit. And like I would definitely want like a dress with a hood. Because now I'm thinking that I might start taking dressing like Santa Claus pretty seriously. Because like just like Willy Wonka's hair turned, he's like not even old, but his hair turns white. Like I think my hair is gonna turn white pretty young. Because like if you've noticed, like Phoebe Bridgers, like there are people that have hair that turns white very young. Like I know them. But like suits, like I feel like I've always thought like I'd prefer to not wear a suit. Like I'd rather not wear a tie either. I'd rather have a like a loose neck. But clearly like there can be a lot of Santa outfits, just like there can be a lot of Mrs. Claus outfits, and that's why like I mean this one like it's pretty good. It's not like I mentioned the red isn't the right color red, and like you never know what you want to do with it. But like it's just an example of like a Mrs. Claus outfit. Like if she like I mean it does work pretty well. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about being Nazarene. We're Nazarenes, and like the right angle. Like, are we gonna have crosses in Elfton? That doesn't count as a cross. That's how like windows work. I mean, we got this like little Buddhist monastery thing going on with this like chapel, and like, does the chapel have to have crosses? Like, I don't feel like I'm like that averse to the cross, but like, I mean, like maybe like I don't know, like how do we like not have crosses? Like I mean, I'd almost prefer not to have crosses in Elfton unless like you bring your own cross. Like you're welcome to bring your own cross. Everyone's allowed to bring their own crosses. Like you can have cross necklaces, whatever. Like I don't know if I even want crosses in Elfton because of the way that the church is. Like this is the church. Like we love so much. Trust me, we know we love. We're 100% certain that like our lives are all about love. But I just want you to know that you're a sinner. Gay people specifically, like trans people, like the porn star is helpless. Like she needs to like be poor as shit. Oh, you accepted Jesus? Did you show someone your titties? You need to be poor. Like, and that's the thing about being poor. I don't want to be poor. I would never tell her to be poor. This is like my favorite building, the courthouse at Santa Barbara. Like this is the outdoor area, like, but those arches are massive. Like you have to build like scaffolding for arches like that big, and those are especially hard. Like the bridge arches are easy if there's no water there initially, but like these arches, not easy. But they do arches inside, so like you can have like a hallway that's like a big ass patio, like based on arches, but you can also use columns. See, here's an example of columns in the courthouse of Santa Barbara. It's Spanish style architecture, but like this is almost outdoors, this part, but like they have like these windows right here that are like, I mean, like theoretically, this could be like an outdoor type area, but like then you have to paint all the time if it's white like that. I noticed that like these aren't regular arches. This is almost gaudy. Like it makes it look like it's kind of like rock, like real rock, and that's why I liked it for like being in the mountains because like that almost blends in, but it's like incredible arches. It's like there's no way there are incredible arches here, and arches like work for the engineering. But like back here, like you don't know how big it can be until you see the courthouse in Santa Barbara. But like I mean, you also like might not want to risk making it too big. This builder has the best weather ever for his building. But look at this. There are like two sperms, and then there's like the peacocks. I thought that was Lizzie Grand me, and like now I'm like, oh, I'm always like super confused because like Hera's got the peacocks, but like the reality is like you go with Athena no matter what. But I do think Gaudi has something about it that's like really really cool, and I do really like stained glass. But like I think that like I don't know how much I believe in stained glass unless it's like in certain areas. Like I've always believed in stained glass. Like I've always believed like if I'm doing architecture, I should probably do like one stained glass piece no matter what, because then everyone will be like, there's stained glass here. But I fear arches because like I need my right angle. Like I know I can do the right angle. Like I know it's fine. That building, oh, it might not be fine. Like it really might not be fine. Like is it like all? It looks like it's. I mean, I'm sure it can be fine inside. I'm sure it's right angles, but like I don't know if it's gonna be fine. Clearly, like the arches are not gonna be like small and giant. It's just gonna work. All right, so I'm glad I figured out the desk needs to be like permanently like big enough extending out like that. That's got to be the key, I think.